Achha, so it's been a long time since I've done a video like this, and honestly, it's because I've been super busy. But yesterday and today, I've been kind of sick, as you can hear in my voice, and so I'm taking this opportunity to sit down and say a few things and deal with an issue that I dealt with several years ago. You see, the thing is that, as many of you know, I identify myself as a feminist, or at the very least a feminist ally, because there are some discussions about whether men can be feminists or not, and that's an entirely different topic. But I do ally myself with the feminist movement. And the response from a lot of people who get real mad about what I say is, what kind of man are you? Man, men aren't feminists. What kind of this, what kind of that, what kind of weak person are you? What kind of person who is dominated by his wife are you? What kind of non-man are you? And I'm like, guys, I dealt with this years ago, but apparently there is an entirely new crew of people who are getting real mad at what I'm saying. And so I'm going to get into it one more time. It is true. I do identify myself as a feminist. And lots of these boys, and it's particularly boys, who attack me for identifying as a feminist are pretty clear on this idea that you have to be either a man or a feminist. You cannot be both. These two positions are mutually exclusive. And I'm like, what a moron you are. Because if anything, it is the fact that I am a cis-het man. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a brother, I am a son. It is my identity as a man that demands of me that I am a feminist. Let me explain why. You see, the reality of the world is, and this has been substantiated by oceans of research, there are multiple forms of, almost an infinite number of forms of inequality in this world, and one of those is gender. The reality is that women are in a subordinate position worldwide. Women earn less, women have worse health outcomes, women have less power, they have less financial independence, they have less of almost everything that men have, and as a result are an oppressed segment of humanity. Now, you can deny this and scream it into the void as much as you want, that no, that's not it. It's actually us men who are extremely oppressed. And I have no doubt that you're oppressed, but that is not because you're a man. It may be because of your race, your ethnicity, your nationality, your economic status, a billion reasons why you could be oppressed. But the fact that you're a man is not one of them. Women are the oppressed gender on this planet. That is the reality. Now, if you accept this reality, and if you don't, go talk to your mom, go talk to your sister, go talk to your wife, go talk to your daughters, go talk to any woman out there, and they will be able to inform you of the realities of their existence. Now, you may decide to be like, la 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 la, no, that's not true. Well, that's up on you. That's on you then. But that is the reality. If you accept this reality as a man, your role, and I'm talking about the typical patriarchal definition of what a man is supposed to be, demands of you that you affect the world in a manner that reduces the oppression of the oppressed. The patriarchal model of masculinity demands of you that you have to affect the world in a manner that your daughters have better conditions as women than your wife had or your mother had. That is the requirement and the expectation of you. Now, a lot of these boys and men will say, but yes, that's why we want them to stay in the house so that we can go out. That's why we want them to be subordinate to us so we can protect them. That's why we have to lead the family, because of course it is the fighter, it is the defender, it is him who is in charge. And in order to keep them safe and make their lives better, I have to be in charge, and I have to perpetuate the systemic inequality of the patriarchal system. But that's stupid. What you are doing as men is the single most cowardly act, which is saying, I am powerless to change the system. No. You see, the fact that you are an oppressed gender is just the reality of the world, and that I can't do anything about. So go make me a sandwich, stay quiet, listen to my orders, and I will protect and defend you. And that is some weak ass bullshit. As a father, I have 2 daughters. As a father, my single biggest responsibility in life is to leave this world even marginally better for my daughters than it is right now. And how do I do this? I do this as a husband to my wife, to my daughter's mother. I model the kinds of behaviors that I want them to expect from men as they grow up. I do this by showing them that my masculinity is not diminished by doing the dishes, cooking the food, changing their diapers, doing all the domestic work that these masculine men say, oh no, this is not something I do. I do it by showing them that I respect and admire their mother for her academic achievements, for her strength, for her will, for her ability to assert herself. I do it by modeling to my daughters the kind of behaviors that they should be expecting from the men in this world. I do it so that other men, other boys can see that, look, it's possible to be a person who accepts this, the injustice of this systemic inequality, and he does what he can and he says what he can say in order to counter that. I want my daughters to look back on their lives and see a father who has fought against their oppression, who has built them up, who has empowered them, who has encouraged them, and who has believed 100 million% in their unconditional right to be equal human beings in this world and be free of the systemic injustice that women face in the world today. I want them to grow up and look back at a life with a father who was 100% behind them, who told them that they are no less capable and no less worthy of being completely in charge of their lives and of taking upon themselves leadership roles. I want them to look back on their lives and realize that they grew up with a father who believed in them, who believed in their equality, who believed in their humanity, who believed in their strength, and did every damn thing he could in order to make them more fit, more capable, more empowered, more independent, in order to deal with the injustice that they must face, unfortunately, in this unequal world of ours today. Buddies, boys, I'm not a feminist despite being a man. I'm not a feminist despite being, officially according to patriarchal norms, the provider and protector of my family. I am a goddamn feminist because I am a man. I am a feminist because I am charged with the protection and the building up of my family and of my children. A real man, in my view, has no choice but to be a feminist.